Alright, hey guys, another small tips and tricks update video for you. So, ever since I've gotten this car, I've found that parking in the sun, the screen gets extremely hot, and I didn't really think a whole lot of it at the beginning because, you know, dashboards get hot, but over time it started to get me thinking that it can't be good for the electronics inside the screen. So the one day I took a towel from the house, laid it over the screen as I would park in the sun, and I found that the screen was a lot cooler, but on top of that I had a few minor glitches that would show up every now and then. Bluetooth connectivity with my phone was sort of hit or miss, and just the occasional time I'd get in the car and there'd be, you know, little glitches on the screen. Not super often, but it would happen as any other electronic device. Well, as I was draping the towel over the screen, I realized that a lot of those glitches had either gone away completely or were very, very minimized. So to that end, I took that same towel, which is this white hand towel, and cut it. In case you're wondering the measurements, it's 9 inches high. I haven't measured the width, it just happened to be the width of the towel, but 9 inches high in the front, 5 inches down in the rear. So my wife sewed it for me, and now when I park in the sun, I drape that screen cover over and keeps the screen nice and cool. And again, a lot of the glitches have pretty much minimized or gone away since doing this. Another thing that I do, when I turn the HVAC system on, you'll notice that driver's side, I've got the vent blowing right at me. The majority of the time I'm in the car alone, and since nobody's in the passenger seat, I have to decide what to do with the vent. So I have it pulled all the way over to the side and just right at the bottom edge of that center line, and what that does is it blows air from the vent right to about this point, which means a good half of that air is blowing behind the screen. So as I use the car, the back of the screen gets cooled by that vent. And I will turn on the air conditioning before I go out to the car to cool the car off, but it also, the vents start off where I left them, which means it's blowing cool air behind the screen. And again, if I park it in the sun, I just drape this over the screen. I recognize it's not the prettiest solution. This is just a hand towel that I grabbed and we cut and sewed just as a test. Assuming that I keep this long term, and it does prove itself to be a long-term good, viable solution or accessory to have, then I'll probably remake it in a nicer material and potentially even have it embroidered with the Tesla logo or the T, or maybe a small side profile of the Model 3 or something. So again, just covering the screen when the car's not in use, and when it is in use, blowing that passenger vent all the way over to this side to blow on the screen has really seems to be, the screen is nice and cool, and it does seem to have minimized some of the glitches in the screen. And for those of you that will you know, have a negative view of this and just take the perspective that, well, for $50-some thousand, Teslas shouldn't have glitches. Our Fords, my Honda, every car we've ever had with a screen has glitches. I've had backup cameras freeze and the screen go down pretty much just as often in our other cars as I do in this. The Honda, or the Ford sync system was, in both of our Fords, is pretty glitchy, and again, our Honda has had a couple of glitches, so it's not uncommon for cars. And the fact that this is much higher technology, it's just like having a tablet or an iPad. Those items aren't without their glitches and small problems as well. And so it's not a Tesla specific issue, it's a electronic mobile device issue, and these devices really are best kept cooled off. So anyway, that's my tip for the day. Feel free to go ahead and click the subscribe button below. I'll be doing more tips and tricks videos. I'll probably every couple of days or so check in with you guys with another small tip video, and roughly once a week a longer, more in-depth video. Anyway, I hope you guys are enjoying the channel, and by all means, leave suggestions. Let me know what content you guys would like to see. In upcoming videos, I'm going to do a walk around of the car where I zoom in on do close-ups on different areas of the car, in the vents. They're kind of interesting. I mean, there are close-up areas of this car that I've not seen anybody show as of yet, so that's another video I have coming up. Also, it's raining right now. We're going to do a video on charging the Model 3 in the rain. So we've got a number of things coming up, and just keep your eye out for those videos. Thanks a lot. Have yourselves a great day. Bye-bye.